I'm just visiting a friend at that friend's workplace. First of all, the Google chopper is back, or at least one of the choppers is back, and I want to make it very clear. When I took my shower today over at the water place or whatever, I did keep myself fully covered the whole time. But also, if there is any illegal camera usage, like video cams and things like that, that'd be a direct violation of the privacy of the public. I'd be very careful. Any kind of intrusive usage of electronics in the kind of environment I'm in, that could prove to be very, well, damaging to one's reputation, especially if they are an authority figure. So I'd be very careful of doing anything like that. But even more importantly, because my sister, Denise McNuff, has gotten all these people, solicited all these people to go after me for all these years, then well over a decade later, after she initiated all this, she comes out to the public and tells everyone that she deceived everyone about me. Well, she not only said that, but she also said that she covered up things, like her husband's homosexuality, but also she even apologized for all the trouble she caused our family. Look, it's like the old saying, it's a little too late to do the right thing now. So I would imagine she got cold feet. Things started getting too intense, and then all of a sudden, she had just the briefest moment of conscionability. Sounds like my sister Denise, all right. So here's what my proposal is. Denise McNuff is to be banned from YouTube for life. She's no longer to have anything to do with YouTube, but also she is to be restrained from having anything to do with me and to come anywhere near wherever it is I reside. As a matter of fact, whether I reside there or not, Denise McNuff is to stay away. She has threatened my life many times, and the Justice Department and all the current Democrats that are in power now, all they've done is selectively ignored those threats. Well, I'm tired of it. I'm a human being too. I have feelings, I have aspirations, I have goals in life. Certainly don't plan on continuing to live this way, but I'll tell you this much. If she is not restrained from coming around me, well, if you take a look at all the extortion and damage that she's caused my innocent life and my good name, well, it's pretty safe to say I'd be pretty trapped in this. I don't like being trapped. Also, her associates, Kim and the others, my next door neighbors, and everybody else, they too are to remain distanced from me. As a matter of fact, they are to come nowhere within my vicinity. And I'm calling on the Justice Department to make this happen immediately. All these things that I'm talking to you about, they should have already been done automatically by the Justice Department. Also, working hard. My first channel, my first earlier YouTube channel, Working Hard, because of all of the cybercrime activity, the cloning and hacking, well, it was a cheap little flip phone, and it's no longer operable. So I cannot remove that material, the comments and everything. So I'm reaching out to YouTube, Google actually. I'm reaching out to Google right now, and I want every comment made on Working Hard to automatically go into digital forensics, but I want that channel altogether completely removed from the public eye. Comments and everything. But I want the comments and every single thing that was done on that working hard channel, I want it to remain in digital forensics. And I want this to take place immediately. Don't forget, I'm the one who's in charge. I'm the one who's in command right now. Also, I want the Justice Department to get this lawsuit initiated immediately. Everything's been litigated. Every comment, every video, every action, including the digital forensics and all the threading of videos, all of it has been finished. As a matter of fact, I already won the entire legal matter. So now we're going to go to the final stages, which is a lawsuit. I am going to sue YouTube, Google, and my sister Denise McNeff and everyone who is associated with her for taking the actions they did against my good name and dragging my good name through the toilet for all these years. Take a look around. I'm homeless now because of all the extortion. Well, this is going to change right now. I want that lawsuit to be initiated immediately, and it should be very expeditious. I want a confirmation also. I want Google to give a confirmation to the Justice Department and myself so that I can know without a doubt that the Working Hard channel, which I can't access anymore. I want that entire channel removed and shut down, but I want the digital forensics to remain intact. I want either a committee or some kind of task force to oversee that particular action taken to make sure that nobody is lying or trying to cheat. Speaking of cheating, let's not forget who sent that recommended video to my Working Hard 2 YouTube channel. We cheated. We all know who that came from, don't we? Members of law enforcement, a very small minority. And I will just say this. The things I've said about law enforcement are true, especially the part where there's a very small minority of officers who have broken a law, who have cheated, who have lied, who have taken part and participated and contributed to the corrupted and criminal end of this entire legal matter. And I want to make it very clear. 99.9% of law enforcement is honest and noble. I would never turn my back on them. So I just want to make these things all very clear. But first of all, Denise McNeff is to be banned from YouTube for life. Also, anyone who has had any sort of participation or collaboration with Denise McNeff, they are to stay away from my YouTube activity, but they are also to stay away from the areas where I reside, or the areas that I'm visiting, or the areas that I'm in. Yes, it's a tall order, because there's a lot of people who participated in this, but whose fault is that? Did the people of YouTube and Google, did they investigate anything before they just dove right in and got involved in this with big smiles and laughter going on? No, they didn't. As a matter of fact, they didn't do anything that was conscionable, legal, or even moral. This whole situation would have never gone this far if the people of YouTube and Google had any sort of moral position in this. It seems to me that anyone in their right mind would have at least done some homework and found out, hey, what's this Dan guy about? I want to find out. Because if he is this kind of bad person that his sister Denise says he is, we got to make sure we do this right. But they didn't have that playing in their mind. What they had playing in their mind was, oh boy, I can't wait, this is going to be a great prank. That's what they had going on in their mind. Meanwhile, look at all that's happened to me. I've got extorted out of 3 jobs. 3 jobs, 2 full-time jobs, and 1 part-time job. But I also got evicted from my apartment because of all this too. I want immediate action taken to get me an apartment, get me in a situation to where I can at least have a place to live. And because it was Google and YouTube who basically hosted this entire thing, I want them to take that action immediately. This is not a discussion. There is no reason on earth why I should be jobless and unemployed, but I'm both, and it's all started with that extortion and blackmail, lying, cheating, all of it. Big long list of things that got me to this point, and they're all illegal. And if the people of Google and YouTube would have simply just gone by any code of ethics or morals, none of this would have happened to me. And I, for one, am tired of having to pay the price for their immoral and their immature actions against me. Do I deserve, after winning the YouTube legal matter, do I deserve to be stalked by helicopters? No, I don't. Do I deserve to be stalked by airplanes? No, I don't. Do I deserve to be stalked by my sister Denise, who has sent recommended videos to my feeds for years, for the past 10 years, titled, I Thought About Killing You. And yet, the Justice Department continues to ignore the fact that she's still pursuing me every day, not to mention the people next door, Kim, and the rest. I've seen Kim stalking me 3 times in the past week. That was my next door neighbor, Kim. Yeah. And I'm in a totally different city right now. I'm staying in a park. How the hell is it she found out where I was at? So, YouTube and Google, you have some work ahead of you. And I'm not going to take no for an answer. Remember, I'm still in control here. And as long as I am, you have work to do. And I will not have anybody try to sabotage my control position in this. I don't mess with anyone else's control position when they're in control. Well, nobody's going to mess with mine. And I'm telling you this right now. I intend to be satisfied. Lastly, I have called for President Joe Biden to speak out and condemn the attack on President Donald J. Trump. Now, I've been very patient, I've been very polite. Now I'm going to have to insist that President Biden at least say something to condemn the attack on President Donald J. Trump. It is only a request, and it certainly isn't asking much for a U.S. president to at least defend the right and life of a fellow U.S. president. When is President Biden going to stop taking things so personally and take a look at how serious the office of the presidency is? My God, President Donald J. Trump almost got killed. President Biden's got to do something. This is unacceptable. I insist, respectfully, I insist. I shouldn't even have to. President Biden's going to have to say something. For him to not say something, that is only going to leave, it's just going to tarnish the Democratic Party even more than it already is. But as a human being, President Biden, for God's sake, he has a pulse just like you. For crying out loud, let's put politics aside and take a look at the meaning of, the value of life itself. So you guys don't disagree. So you guys don't agree, and you only disagree. Well, guess what, President Biden? If something were to happen to you, I'm not a supporter of yours, but I would condemn it just as a civilian. I'd speak out on your behalf. I'd say, hey, that is wrong. I don't support him politically, but as a human being, that is wrong what happened. Whoever did this, they need to be brought to justice, because that is a U.S. president. This has to do with respect for the office, President Biden. I'm asking you to please say something. Just in the name of life, fairness, and just the right to be alive. My God, you call yourself a Christian. Why haven't you said anything? That's all I'm asking. I'm not trying to force anything. I shouldn't have to. Please consider it, sir. He's a human being. So am I, and so are you. We all have a pulse. We all have our own ideas. Isn't that what America is about? Lastly, enough of the choppers, the helicopters, the airplanes. And I do not want those people who live next door to me. When I was in Stillwater, living in Stillwater, I do not want those people to have anything to do with where I'm at or what I do with my life from this day forward. I've seen that Kim stalking me 3 times in 1 week, and I am in a totally different city right now. This has got to change right now. This is all a result of national security failure on President Biden's fault. I do not want to be a prisoner of his bad decisions. Someone get through to Kim and those people that I live next door to, and you see to it that they will not have anything to do with me again, even if you have to post an agent right there in their home just to make sure that they don't come after me. I am tired of this. I just got extorted out of 3 jobs. Do you understand me? I am homeless because of those people. Where is the law and order? Please, someone keep those people where they belong, and that's at their home. Do not bring those people around me anymore. They are very bad people. Every single day I lived in that hellhole. All they did was watch me in my apartment, stalk me, extort me out of jobs, spread lies about me, and do spells on me and hospitalize me twice by doing those spells on me. Enough is enough. I'm homeless now, and those people are still stalking me. I need some law and order. Whether it's on local or federal, I need some law and order. Those people need to stay away from me. And because they stalked me to the park I'm staying in, I want them to be banned from that park as long as I'm there. Please and thank you. Signing out.